Hi there, Evan here with Crypto and Markets for Wednesday, July 3rd, 2019. A few things I wanted to cover today. First, I wanted to cover the yield curve and some of the recent developments there on the US side and potential implications for the stock market. And secondly, the JP Morgan Global Manufacturing PMI just came out for June. I want to show what the reading ultimately was and its implications for the global economy. Because if you follow this channel long enough, you'll know global manufacturing PMIs are one of the great leading indicators that I do follow. First, the yield curve. I'm going to overlay a chart here from Bespoke Investment with the last two times that the 3-month 10-year yield in the US has been inverted for at least 30 trading sessions, because I believe it was yesterday that for this cycle, this is the 30th straight trading session where the 3-month Treasury bill in the US has a higher yield than the US 10-year Treasury bond, hence the inversion. And as you can see on the chart here and what it shows, this inversion pattern ultimately led to the 2001 bear market and recession, and also was a good leading indicator to the 2007-2008 global financial crisis. And where we stand now, as I said, this is the 30th straight day as of yesterday. Look, at the end of the day, the short end of the curve is levered to inflation expectations and central bank policy. The long end is levered to growth. And with the slowdown we've had really since the middle of last year, the long end has come down and ultimately led to the inversion that we are in now. Remember, this isn't the only yield curve that I follow. On this channel, I outlined this a few videos ago. There's 5 yield curves that I do follow. The 10-year 30-year, the 2-year 10-year, the one you see every day on TV, the 1-year 2-year, the 3-month 5-year, and the 3-month 10-year. And when a majority of those are inverted for a good period of time, that's a good indicator that within, say, the next 12 to 18 months, we are going to have a recession. The 3-month 5-year yield in the US has been inverted for at least the last 4 months now. The 1-year, 2-year, same thing. And obviously, we're roughly a month and a half into the 3-month 10-year being inverted now. So it's showing that within the next 12 to 18 months, the chances of a bear market and global recession are pretty high. As you know, I've been a bear on the global economy for some time. This is one indicator that is showing that my worst fears look to be coming true. And next up, I'm going to overlay first the headline here for the JP Morgan Global Manufacturing PMI for the month of June. And as the headline says, it's at the lowest level since 2012. And next, I'm going to overlay the actual chart here. And you'll see actually a very disturbing trend. The percentage of the percentage of countries with either stable or expanding manufacturing is around 40% right now. And that's at the same level as the 2011-2012 European sovereign debt crisis. Now, what does all this mean? Remember, manufacturing is a reflection of the consumer itself, off their backlogs, off new orders coming in, expectations for future orders, employment. All is built into this index, which is the reason why it's such a good leading indicator. Remember, being downstream from the consumer, they're only, of course, going to manufacture goods that the end user is going to buy. And that's the reason why it's such a great leading indicator of where the consumer and the economy is going to be going forward. Lastly, I'm sure you've all heard the news by now. The IMF head, Christine Lagarde, is now going to become chairman of the ECB. Yep. So your top two central banks in the world are now going to be run by lawyers. With both, now in the US case at least lately, but the soon-to-be ECB head has pushed this for a very long time, negative rates. Yeah, to put it simply, buy gold, buy silver, buy Bitcoin. Because at some point, central banks are going to lose control. And also as well, I'm going to link down below the Macro Voices All-Star podcast with Alhambra Investments' Jeff Snyder. I'll link it down below, as I said. And as far as US dollar banking system liquidity goes, he doesn't paint a good picture. But again, all that is down below. But for now, that's all I got. Smash that like button, leave a comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter. Have a good day, everybody.